So, hi, Mommy. I am so proud of you. I'm proud of you because you are continuously an inspiration. And for me to be now at this age and to see you so alive and joyful and content and excited about the future makes me really proud of you. And I love you so much. I like you so much. I'd be your friend even if you wasn't my mother. And I just want to say to you that I really hope that when you see this, I know you're going to be crying, you're going to be so emotional, but I just want you to know how much you're loved. I don't think you realize the impact that you have on everyone. And I just want you to know that I care, I love you, I'll always be here for you. There's nobody better, there's nobody more fashionable, there's nobody funnier in my life than you. So I don't know what else to say. I don't want to cry.
We got Irene Gandy upstairs in the cat lounge. Irene Gandy is the publicist to the Stars on Broadway. And she's busy doing her own documentary. And because we hang out so much here at the Sugar Bar, we had to have a little piece of it, you know what I mean? So she's upstairs holding court. Give it up for Irene Gandy!
This is my day. Maya was going off to school. This is the real Sardi. This is the old man. I was going there then, I told you. This is the day I brought the Jacksons. I signed the Jacksons to Columbia. Michael Jackson, as you see when he looks...
Wait a minute. Repeat this?
No, I signed the Jacksons. Oh, I forgot to tell you that.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I brought the Jacksons to CBS. I forgot about all this stuff. You forgot that? A little bit of just information? Yeah, look at Janet, see? And Michael and Jermaine. That's me.
The one word to describe Miss Irene Gandy is she's authentic. And when you can be authentic, your life is a lesson. Your life is an amazing story. And just being that 100 authentic person that she is, that's why you see so many people surrounding her, want to be around her, want to be a part of what she does. Even in this documentary, you want to know what her life is like because she's authentic.
Irene is a Broadway veteran. For a long time, as I can remember, she has been a friend of the Shubert Organization. Not everyone knows this, but Irene was our press agent when the Shubert brothers founded the company in 1900. Well, look at your hair.
That's factual, right?
Look at your hair.
No, I was just saying to my colleagues at the American Theater Wing is that everyone knows who you are. From the police cop on the beat, to the ticket seller, box office, to the ticket checker, to the house manager. Everyone knows Irene Gandy. And that's a testament to what you've been able to do in this industry. What keeps you motivated to keep doing it?
I think people like you and people like this young people that are shooting this documentary, because when I see a person of color, it just keeps me motivated.
I thought about you and I was saying to myself, how is it that our daughters and our sons don't know that your job even exists? You know, you're killing them on Broadway. But everybody wants to be the actor, everybody wants to be the actress. Nobody even knows that they can be like you and win an award and have their picture in Sardi's. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
what do you do? The world needs to know, what is it that you do to these stars down there?
I just provide a service.
I know. It was in 1986, so we've been working together for 31 years, but I got a call from the semi-legendary Dorothy Olam at APAM, the Association of Theatrical Press Agents and Managers, and she knew I was looking for someone to come into the office, and she said, have you thought about Irene Gandy? And my immediate response was no. And but then she said, I think that you and Irene would really get along, and she'd be a terrific addition for your office. And I still said no. And she said, well, you know, I can have you expelled from the union if you don't want to meet Irene. And I said, of course I'll meet with Irene. And so you came, and we met, and you mentioned that you had worked for my mom.
Yeah, that was my first
on the
job.
national tour of Curly, the musical.
Right.
And so that night, I went down to a psychic, and I asked, my mother was no longer there, and I said, it's all right if Irene works for me, and the psychic said, all the signs are favorable, and it could be a long-term relationship, and here we are.
Yeah.
First time I saw her, she made an entrance into Sardi's. I go, who is that? When Irene Gandy makes an entrance, it's always a grand entrance. She should win a Tony Award for Best Costume Design.
Oh, that's so cool.
But we met in LA on that musical, Serafina.
Oh my God, yes.
And I remember this. I remember how we started the day because we were supposed to go to a meeting. And apropos of nothing, you asked me if I had a martini. I said, I've never had a martini. You said, well, you're going to have one now. And we stopped the car there in West Hollywood at that place called The Rage.
The Rage, oh right.
And it was probably noon. And we didn't get off of those bar stools until 6.
Well, Irene, here we are again.
Here we are again.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Right, but we met on a high. Right,
Did we met all the time?
No, I don't know, but I met you after you had been elevated to vice president at CBS.
Really, George?
That's how
I knew of you though, because
I know, but I was there with Earth, Wind and Fire and Stevie Wonder. No, Stevie was still with Motown, but
Right.
I met because Maurice and Earth, Wind and Fire were there at CBS.
Irene's personality and specialty is in the way she looks and the way she dresses and the hairstyles that she has. And so for me, it's always fun. When you see Irene on a regular day, during the course of a week, she may have 3 different hairstyles all during that week, but the outfits, impeccable.
My name is Inez Robinson Turpin, and my sister Irene Gandy is my only sibling. We're 6 years apart, but we've never been apart. We're apart in age 6 years, but wise and wisdom-wise, I think we're on the same playing level field. She's a little bit more brighter than me because she's took a more risk. I'm very proud of all the risks that she's taken because her skin was much more thicker than mine will ever be. And she allowed me to follow in her footsteps to some certain degree. I couldn't fathom what my sister has been doing, what she's done. So I'm so very proud of her accomplishments up until this point in her life. Yeah.
So growing up, my aunt was an example of the type of woman I wanted to be. Strong. Her presentation was always felt. She didn't have to say anything, but her presence, like walking in the room, demanded attention. And for me, my personality is similar. And so it made it okay for me to be that strong person because it was represented in her and it looked like it was working.
So I've learned to ask for help and say, I don't know. And when the same things that these young women that are shooting this stuff for me, same things that their trials and tribulations they're having, they need to know that I have them too. And still, I'm fearful. I mean, I let them know. I had a panic attack. I didn't want to do it. I had to call Sean, one of the executive producers, and say, I can't do it. She had to talk me off the ledge. But that's real. And somebody will know fear is fear.
From a young age, she just really taught me through example, like just by her, watching her, to always be comfortable in your own skin. It took me a while, but she taught me first, like, okay, first of all, you got to do something. Like, you got to be passionate about something and you got to do something. And you have to live and not just exist. So she taught me that. Then she taught me that there was always more than one way to get to the end result. So you tried this way, that didn't work, there's always another way. And she also taught me that failure is really it's not such a bad thing. She doesn't really believe that you can fail, but things are not going to go right sometime. Who cares? You just got to keep moving. I was younger. maybe like 9. I remember writing to her, and I used to tell her, you and I knew each other in a past life. We were related, we were connected from before. And I was like 9, 10 years old. And that's kind of how I feel. I feel like my mother and I is just like the eternal bond that can never be broken and that will never go away. It will always be like, somehow she'll find me again, or I'll find her again.
And every person comes back to you. You're like the Kevin Bacon of Black Broadway.
Yes.
That's what you are. Oh my God, I found out what you are. You are the Kevin Bacon of Black Broadway.
I'll take it.
6 people, you're even less than that, because it's more like 3 people, Irene. 3 people, Irene. You know? That's how much you influence so many people. You are the Kevin Bacon of Black Broadway. How about that one?
I like that. I like that.